Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. All right, few housekeeping items. We're going back to 3 videos a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and then the next week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, however you want to look at that. We're just going to touch on a few topics today, so let's just jive right in, shall we? Let's go. To start with, how many of you remember when I put up this tweet from Omid Scobie where basically he claimed that Harry and Meghan were the ones responsible for making all the money at the Vax Live concert? Didn't mention any of the stars that, performed, which is why people bought tickets. He laid the whole thing at Harry and Meghan's feet. Remember that? Well, he did it again. Do you guys remember the one time that company Better Up was mentioned, where Harry became their chief impact officer, and you haven't heard a word about it since? And FYI, remember it was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to be able to talk to a mental health counselor, again, aimed for the super rich. Well, here's Omid's tweet where he basically makes it sound like the company is doing well simply because of Harry. There's only a small mention at the top after the latest round of fundraising. It's all about Harry. For people who don't like misinformation, and Omid's one of those people, he definitely is one of the ones putting it out. Okay, moving on. I want to address something else. This picture of Meghan leaving the UN building, looking, as you can see from her face, she is quite upset. There are rumors, but nothing I can substantiate, that the reason these two look so upset is because they wanted to meet with like a higher up. They ended up with a deputy, somebody in the UN building. And when that person noticed or was told that they were wired, they were apparently asked to leave and told that they couldn't use what they had recorded. Do I believe that? Yeah. I just wish there was a story so I could prove it to you. Moving on. It's finally time for the Diana statue party, which was postponed due to COVID when Harry flew back to the UK that time. And now the articles are coming out saying that Harry and Meghan are weighing up whether to join William and 100 guests, including Elton John. It's going to be at Kensington Palace. I think it's going to be a very tense reunion since William is the one who put the kibosh on their christening for Lilibet at Windsor Castle. Just as a side note, I have to say that this statue, in my opinion, and I've said it before, it looks nothing like Diana, and I don't get the third child that's behind her. Okay, moving on. Remember now, I told you these are balloon stories, so they floated up to see what the public will think. What's the reaction to these kinds of stories? Interesting thing is, I think Harry wants to return, but Meghan is an absolute no. However, they could get some good quotes for their Netflix documentary if they go. Frankly, that could be a problem because I have a feeling that conditions will be put in place that there is to be no taping, no wires, no nothing. And if that's the case, why would they want to return? Well, I guess the reaction to the story didn't come out well because now it's being reported they will not return to the UK to make an appearance at the party on Tuesday at Kensington Palace. These were all just floated stories. We never knew for sure whether they were going to go or not. We were all, on the edge of our seats. Finally, a spokesman for Harry and Meghan confirmed that neither of them will be returning for the statue party for Diana. That tells me that conditions were put in place. They were told no taping, no photographs, none of this personal stuff. And so they figured, why go? What's the point? It's been confirmed that travel restrictions from the United States have been lifted. So they could literally fly in, go right to Frogmore Castle or Cottage, go wherever they want. There's no quarantine. Nah, they're not going. Besides not being able to get anything for Netflix, I think Harry on some levels is quite embarrassed over the Diana musical that's being shown on Netflix because he hasn't said one word about it, even though he's always whining that people are abusing the memory of his mother. But, you can't bite the hand that feeds you, so he's silent on it. Personally, I think William is probably going to be much happier after the way that Harry behaved at the statue unveiling with the joking and the yelling. But interestingly enough, it was really his behavior. Here's a short clip. He's fiddling with his tie, then his jacket. Now he's going to fiddle with his wedding ring, clearly uncomfortable. Here he is, wiping his nose. Don't these people carry hand sanitizer for stuff like this? But he wipes his nose, and then he shakes hands. People, that's how COVID gets spread. And finally, this last picture, which I got off of Twitter, really got to me because they really were in sync and a family until somebody else came along. So, what do you guys think about Harry and Meghan confirming that neither will return for the party? Do you find that disrespectful to the memory of his mother on Harry's end? Because I do. And why do you guys think they're not returning? Could it be because they're embarrassed about Diana the musical? Could it be because they realize that William is the one who stopped the thought of a baptism for Lilibet at Windsor Castle? Or could it be that Harry's true colors have finally been shown to the world and he's not returning simply because he can't monetize it? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future uploads. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter. Don't forget you can email me. Don't forget to leave your comments below. You know how I love to read them and use them in other videos. Don't forget about my coffee fund. And as always, you guys, have a great day.